So, hi everybody. I told myself I was going to do this video today about my sleep paralysis. I can't even say it, which is partly why I can't believe I've even got it. Yeah, so it happened to me a year ago, like from now, the first experience, which is definitely the worst. As far as I'm concerned, it's only happened twice, as far as I'm aware of, and the other one was about a week ago, so I had like almost a year between having it again. But the more recent one, it was probably like more powerful over me, but it wasn't as scary as the first one, because the first one was absolutely crazy. So yeah, it happened on September the 2nd last year. I remember I went to bed really, really late. Like, I remember staying up all night, so I went to bed like early in the morning. And I just remember like hearing my sister calling me, because I live alone, but I heard somebody calling me like outside my apartment. So, because I live on the ground floor, so it sounded like that she was leaning over my balcony calling me. So I was laying in my bed and I woke up and I remember just thinking like, I'm so tired. I can't be bothered to get up and go and open the door. She'll just buzz my brother, because he also lives in one of these apartments, or my mum or whatever, because she lives in the apartment. So yeah, so I was just laying there and I went back to sleep, and as I went back to sleep, I felt like my covers being pulled down. And I remember just before it happened, I looked at the time when my sister woke me up from calling me, and it was 10:42. So like I laid back down, and as soon as I laid back down and shut my eyes and was going back to sleep, like my cover just started sort of pulling down my chest. I was laying on my back. Then I remember sort of like just grabbing my cover, because I could move, right? When it happened to me, I could really move, okay? So like I know a lot of people can't, but I could. So I remember like grabbing my cover and pulling it back up. And as I sort of got to about here, I remember thinking, because at the time I was so tired, I thought like my sister's in the flat and she's now pulling my cover off. But at the same time, I was like this is crazy. I can't even believe this happened to me. This is my luck, right? I get all the crazy stuff. So anyway, yeah. So I remember just thinking like, wait a minute, she can't get in my flat. No one's got a key to my flat. Like, how can she get in? So I pulled my covers back up and opened my eyes. And as I pulled them back up to look like who was pulling them, as I pulled them back up, something yanked them. Like, I mean, really yanked them from the other end. And I gripped them really tight. And I was pulling my covers. And like, this sounds crazy, guys, but this weren't a dream, man. It felt so real. And obviously, there's a scientific explanation. And I'm just going to go with that, okay? But this could have really been like some demonic force. But it was invisible. I couldn't see it. I could just sort of, I knew, I could feel its energy in the room. And even though it was 10:42 in the morning, it was broad sunlight in my room, like I've got blinds, but the light shines through. So, and there was nothing. I couldn't see anything. The room was all normal, but I could feel it, and it was yanking at my covers. So like, we was having a fight. And how crazy that sounds, but my whole experience, it lasted 2 minutes, because we was having a fight. And then I weren't giving up, and I don't know what made me do it, but I knew where it was coming from because of where the covers at that end of the bed was like coming up. And oh, I sound so crazy, and I know I do, but I wanted to share this experience because it's real. It really happened to me. So it was like fighting me, and it was pulling my covers, and I was yanking them back. I was so scared, like I was terrified, and I could move and everything. And then all of a sudden, I growled at it, and I don't know why. Something told me just growl, like a crazy animal would growl, like a dog or something, or you know. But I was growling at it, really growling. I just thought, it doesn't understand language. I'm terrified. Maybe it'll understand my teeth, because it felt like I was up against some kind of creature, and I could even see like where the indentations were, where the covers were being yanked at the other end of the bed, but it was invisible. So yeah, and then it let go, and everything dropped down, and the first thing I did was look at the time, and it was 10:42. So I thought that can't have been a dream, because now I was wide awake, so I was petrified, and I could sort of feel like it was still in the room, but I couldn't see it. So I was just looking all around the room, in like a crazy manner. So yeah, and it really scared me. So I slept in my mum's flat for a few nights after that, and then I like leaving my cat here and stuff. It was just horrible. And I come back because of the cat eventually, because I couldn't take him because he was escaped and goes missing from everywhere. So yeah, but it was just horrible. And I hoped and prayed it would never happen again. And when I looked it up, everybody was saying like Dave's having it and getting paralysed. But I wasn't paralysed, and I was so grateful for that. And I thought maybe that's why I whined and it let go and it went away, because I was moving and fighting back. But yeah, so about a week ago, happened again, but this time like I wasn't really, like that tired or anything. I was just asleep and I was in a deep sleep, and all of a sudden I just woke up and that's my cat meowing, if you can hear that. Cat, I'll let you out in a minute, just wait. He hates staying in the flat as well. He comes in, eats, and he's out. He hates this flat. But yeah, so anyway, so yeah, and I was in a deep sleep, and then it just woke me up out of my really deep sleep to let me know this was pitch black in the room this time, and I could not move. I was totally paralyzed and couldn't see anything. I could just feel that same presence, and I knew it's back and it's stronger. And it literally, this time I could not move, and my eyes, I was awake but I couldn't open my eyes. It was really weird. And my mouth, I couldn't open my mouth to growl, because I really thought if you growl they go away. They don't like growling, so we got rid of the other one. But I don't know if it's the same one or what, but yes, so it, oh, this is so crazy. I know how crazy I sound, guys. So then it was just like, it woke me up and I was paralysed and I couldn't see, and it was pitch black in the room, but I could not move, and it was so scary. But I broke this arm free. So I got my right arm free, and when I got my arm free, I was trying to pull my eyelids open and pull my mouth open so I could growl, and I couldn't move. I was so, and then it was like bang, it knocked me back out and I was back